Good morning, Twin Flame, Twin Soul, Soulmates, Vedic Connections. This is Brainy Twin Gemini for March 16th, 2020. First and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the sense of community on our channel. It really warms my heart, and I love you all so, so much. So as many of you know, I'm a messenger on this journey. I'm delivered signs, syncs, messages every single day, and I believe these messages are messages I need to deliver to you. I'm divinely guided by this, pen to paper. Every single day I'm given messages, and not every day I do a video, but I'm given messages every single day, and I'm pushed a nudge when the time is right to do a video. So there's been a lot of stuff going on in the last week. The energy has been just crazy. Yeah, and there's, I'm going to go over that because I've written it all down, but it's just been crazy in the last week. And I published a video on a coronavirus, COVID-19, removed it. I was told to remove it because the message was intended for who it was intended for, and then I just took it down. So again, I'm divinely guided here. I'm told what I'm told, and that message was meant for whoever was meant to hear it at that time. But I will go over that coronavirus right now as it relates to some of the energy in just in general. So, in my video, I was saying how, you always have to be careful. In my previous videos, I always say you have to be careful who you listen to. Well, my ears have been bothering me like crazy for the last couple of days. And I always think that this is, people might be like listening to things that they shouldn't be listening to. And again, just a messenger here. If it resonates, it resonates. It doesn't, it doesn't. But there has been some stuff out there where it's like, okay, this virus is, going to bring twin flames into unity and all of this, I hate to use this word, but I'm going to use it, shenanigans. Because if you think about the energy that's out in the world, we are energy. You wake up feeling, oh, I got no energy, or I have good energy, or I have bad energy. The world we live in is energy. Our body is energy. Our flow is energy. And if there's all this fear in the world right now as it relates to this virus, what do you think's going out to the frequency of the world? Fear. Fear, 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 fear. And the fear is causing a lot within people. And fear is the ego. And fear, as it relates to this journey, people that are truly on this journey, that this fear is putting a real effect on the unconditional love. Because this virus is meant to warn people. This virus is meant to wake people up to the world and the beauty of the world that we live in. But instead, they're putting out the fear instead of the love. So naturally, that fear is going to resonate back into human beings. It's energy flow. So again, be careful who you listen to. Very, 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 there's going to be some tough messages here today. And again, divinely guided. And so I'm going to go over the signs and the saints. Like, there's a lot of good messages too, but there's just things that you have to be cognizant of. And one of the things you have to be cognizant of is this journey itself. When you come to each other, you come to each other for a reason, to wake each other up. This is not a Cinderella story. And if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have taken 2 steps backwards and ran for dear life. Because it's one of the toughest endeavors you'll have to endeavor in your life, because you wake up and you heal wounds that you weren't really particularly ready to heal, but you're forced into it. And the divine brings you together and say, okay, that's it. You need to heal. You need to unravel what's within. And I have this thing written down, and it's lost soul. So I think that's what happens is you're navigating through life, but your soul is lost. And you have this sense of, I don't know, this, you don't have this completion within, I guess. And your twin comes to you to wake you up and to solidify your soul and bring your soul into complete wholeness, purity, and innocence. But you're just walking around life like, kind of like, yeah, dazed and confused. You're functioning. You're doing everything that you need to do in the 3D world. But you're almost like you're on a lost journey. And your twin comes in and wakes you up and gives you that fulfillment within. And it's the most beautiful, sacred gift one can receive. And some people won't navigate to the end of the journey because of the ego. And so I'm, that lost soul was really important. Again, I got that when I was meditating in the bath. I had everything already written down. So normally what I do is I journal, run upstairs, meditate for, in the bath with Epsom salts to clear my energy because it's been some pretty dirty, tough energy. Then while I'm in there, I get other messages as well. So I'm going to go through the number sequencing. I saw 444 and I saw that twice, and I saw 111 in the last, I saw 444, believe it or not, twice this morning because my clock is fast on my stove, and I was making a coffee and I saw it, and then actually just glanced at my phone at 444. So it happened twice, and then 444 is a sign of an awakening. And how I resonate the awakening is the world needs to awaken. That's what this virus is intended to do. It's intended to awaken, and also to when these two twins come into each other's life, they're meant to awaken each other and get rid of that lost soul, so to speak. And so I've got distance. So this fear is creating distance between the twins. It's creating doubt, confusion, and that's the fear. So that energy that we're living in right now in the world with this virus is creating fear. And what it's doing is it's creating doubt and confusion with your love towards your twin. And you're just really questioning this, and you have a lot of doubt, and you have a lot of confusion. Just know that that's the fear of others. And always come back to a place of trust and faith and believe in what is in your heart. I have, fear is in gigantic letters here. As a result of this fear, the ego is starting to resurrect. For many of you that have subdued that beast and killed it, it's starting to resurrect because you feel that energy frequency within the world. And naturally, your ego is going to resurrect because it's not specifically you, it's everybody around you that's expelling out this fear, this energy. And, many of you that endeavor this journey are, gifted, very, very gifted. And you're meant to open up your gifts. And, you're empaths, you're creative. There's so many things that, you're meant to be doing. But there's a lot of fear, and that ego's resurrecting. So just let that ego die and always come to a place of love, unconditional love, because that's what we're meant to do. And what else do I have here? Oh, I saw Robin. So robins represent spring. I'm in Canada, so it looks like spring is underway, not calendar-wise, but weather-wise. The robins are out, so new season, new beginnings, resurrections, rebirths, all sorts of great things happening within. And then I saw the two doves again on Saturday. And I had my grandson here on Saturday, and he's 8 years old, and he is like the most innocent, sweet, pure, child. And that's, what children should be. Not tainted, pure innocence. And it's just his laughter is so contagious. His youthfulness is it's so warming. Children are so good for the soul because they bring that youthfulness to you and you bring that wisdom to them. But we were watching these two doves on the fence, and they were just like nestling each other, loving each other. It was great because the week before I saw one and it was lonely. And I just keep thinking, these two doves together, and they're so impartial of, what's going on in the world too. They're just loving, they're mating, and it was just beautiful. And doves mate for life as well. And, they represent peace, harmony, communication, messenger, maternal, so many, many, many good things with those doves. And I just saw the two of them, and to me, it just signifies that many of you, if you're doing what you're meant to be doing, are going to be in that, that unity there. Again, messenger here. I have footage of it, so maybe I'll put the footage on my community wall, and maybe I'll just put the picture there. But it was the most wonderful thing to see, that love. It was so, so beautiful. And where there's one, there's two. So always trust what's in your heart and let that ego die. And another thing I have here is regret. So part of the journey is regret. Some of you may have said things to each counterpart, strictly energy here. Just depends on where you're in the journey. So, for example, one might have said, "I love you," and because they didn't want to live their life with regret. And they knew that if they didn't say it, they would live their life with regret. And then one, energy frequency may have, left. And that's the divine coming in and separating you because you're just not ready. And they have the deep regrets on, the way they left, how they treated you. This is about regret as well. you know, and part of the journey is to heal that regret. And just know that there's unconditional forgiveness. And if you're truly on this journey, you will know. You will just naturally forgive because you understand the journey and you understand that you were meant to separate to heal. So that regret portion has to heal as well. So that's what I have. Let me see, make sure I've got everything here. Oh, yes. So when I was journaling or channeling, the song I heard today was Stain. It's been a while. It was at 5:20 a.m. on a radio station called 97.7, and communication is coming through music today. So that's what I have. Oh no, two more things. So I have, because the ears, a lot of you, your third eye is opening, and it's located in the center of the forehead. It governs the pituitary gland, the lower brain, nervous system, the ears, nose, and eyes. It's how we see things both physically and intuitively. When developed, it improves our intuitive abilities and helps us to see clearly the big picture. And I love it. I love it so much. And the throat, I have to go over that. Located in the throat area, it governs the thyroid gland, lungs, vocal cords, bronchial apparatus, metabolism. It's a center of expression, communication, and judgment. When developed, it improves our ability to communicate. Many of you, well, some of you may be having pains in your chest. That's primarily, I'm thinking, from the fear, the anger, the rage that we have in the world. And some of you may even be having pains in your heart. And that's located in the heart area. It governs the thymus gland, heart, blood, circulatory system, the immune and endocrine systems. It's in the center of emotions, our social identity, and self-acceptance. It's related to love. When developed, it improves our ability to love deeply, feel compassion, and to have a deep sense of peace and centeredness. So we have to get back to that love. So again, thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, sense of community. It really truly does warm my heart, and I love you all so much. And as many of you know, if you watch my previous videos, I do 4 cards, 4 being my birth number. Just remember the fear. Just get rid of it, please. It's not your fear. Always come back to the love that's in your heart. So I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for 4 cards. And I primarily do these cards because out of my own entertainment, they always resonate with my journal. There's no cheating at. 3 cards, please. Thank you. I cannot. Okay. I've got the third party card here. Third party is a number of things. I do absolutely never resonate this with third party marriages. Sorry. I just don't believe the divine would come in and do something like that. That is just the messages that are delivered to me. But third party is, it could be overburdening yourself with work. It could be addiction. It could be family, friends, interference. This journey, as you evolve and get to your higher senses, people naturally just want to pull you down. They don't understand the person you're becoming. They primarily don't understand the love that's in your heart. And these third party, they're just coming at you with all forces, and this month has been tough. Because you're getting so close, and you're just getting pulled down, and you're getting that fear, and you're getting that doubt, and you're getting that confusion. Another third party distraction, I'm telling you right now, is this virus. It's creating such fear in the world, and energy is energy. So you're taking that fear, but just meditate love. Take deep breaths in, take deep breaths out. Get out into nature. Take Epsom salt baths. Do whatever you need to do to clear this terrible energy, and come to a place of the heart, and just come, love. If more people loved in the world, then we could put this energy out there and we could extinguish the fear and probably the virus altogether. So third party, for sure. Absolutely, no doubt there. um, this card keeps coming out. It's come out every single freaking time, man. I wrote it in my journal today. It's a miracle. This, I feel like this journey, like I said, it's a tough endeavor. And you navigate, like I said, through life. You do everything fine, and you're just kind of like this lost soul. And then this magical, majestical, beautiful, beautiful person walks into your life and shows you the most purest, rawest form of love there is. It's a miracle, no? Because it opens up your heart. It opens up your eyes. It opens you up to the beauty of the world we live in and the beauty of love in your heart. And it's an absolute miracle. And you have to view it that way. Is it an easy journey? No way. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be one of the most difficult journeys of your life. But it's a gift. It's an absolute blessing. You've been handed a blessing. I was there like laying in bed the other night and I'm just like, this is such a crazy journey. And I kept coming back to Adam and Eve for some reason. I don't know why. It's like you're the journey of, to each other, to oneself, and you just finding each other. In a world full of 5 billion people, your souls navigate back to each other, and it's the most beautiful, beautiful thing, and I love it so much. Can't be cheated, can't be cheated, can't be cheated. 444. Awakening. You come and wake each other up. You wake your beautiful souls up. And, I keep going back to this freaking virus, man. The world is meant to wake up. And we're here to help the world wake up. That's kind of our mission as well. And every single one of you that endeavor this journey, as I just said, 5 or 6 minutes ago, you're creative. You've been summoned, believe it or not. And if this is truly your journey, this is what is meant to happen. So, what are you meant to do? Reach down, go within. It'll come to you, everything. Exactly what I said, creative. Both twins are creative geniuses. You're brilliant, you're intelligent, you're gifted, you're very creative. Look at yourself. What are you doing? Are you happy with what you're doing right now? Is it giving you that fulfillment within? Because maybe you're not tapping into your creativity, your full potential. And just know that if you do, you will be supported by the divine or God or whomever you believe in. But just take a chance, take that leap of faith, and just trust, trust, trust. But you are creative geniuses in all sorts of avenues. Like there's a photographer there, there's, artists, musicians, you could be a writer, you could be anything, communicator, like me. Definitely have the gift of gab, that's for sure. Well, that was crappy. Someone asked me a question. I feel like I need to answer that right now. How long have you had this gift? I don't know. I think we all have the gift within. We all do. Well, we use one thousandth of our brain. I think we all have these gifts within. I think when your twins come in and you have that soul activation, you activate the gift within. It's always there. You just activate it. So I guess my gift was activated the moment I looked into my twins' eyes, because we had a sense of intuition immediately, and I swear we could read each other's minds from the moment we met. So I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for 4 cards, please. Simultaneous messages. I predominantly had divine masculine energy before. I have this balance now. So I have to just look at the cards. Oh, basically what I said. I know, I cannot. I cannot. Can't. No. All right. Everything I said, rebirth. When you come into each other, you rebirth. You kill your old ways. You subdue that and kill that ego. You rebirth within. You come beautiful, beautiful, illuminated on the inside. You radiate. Look at this. You know, I always say, you know, specifically as it relates to twin flame, you ignite the flame within each other. The flame, the eternal flame of love. I have no idea. I just get these messages when they're meant to come, but rebirth. You're rebirthing, and I love it. I love it so much. Absolutely wrote this down. Surrender. Hand it over. There's nothing you can do. You know? Just surrender it to the divine and say, whatever's meant to be, will be. But the one thing I have in my heart is love. Unconditional love. Conditions. No conditions. No expectations. Don't put anything out there but love. Unconditional. Because if you put expectations and conditions on the love, that's exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be conditions there, and you're not coming to a place of unconditional love. And I love it. I love it so much. Basically, what I was just saying, telepathic communication, telepathy. If you're on this journey, absolutely. You feel each other's energy. And it's been tough energy the last week or so. And, you know, there's distance between the two of you. And that's primarily because of the fear of the world. It has nothing to do with each other. It has to do with the energy that you're absorbing right now. And that telepathic communication has dwindled. But you are absolutely telepathic. And you have, you know, the most profound communication in the fifth dimension. And love. And I love it. I love it so much. I can't. I said Robin Spring, rebirth. I said all of this stuff for my journal. And if you're new to the channel, you'll just know that I can't cheat this shit. But spring, flowers, abundance. Another thing I wrote in my journal today, you're blossoming within. You have, like, you almost have like you blossom within this flower. And there's no storm that can kill this blossom within. The roots are so deeply embedded. The love is so deeply rooted that no storm, nothing, no third party, no interference, nothing can interfere with the love that you have. It's so deeply rooted within each other. And maybe I'll find it, but I definitely did write that down. I just don't pull this stuff out of a hat. I wrote it down, but it's deeply rooted. Your love is deeply rooted. And also, too, another thing I have is abundance. You have to take a chance. You have to trust the divine. And if you come in together and always stop worrying about, providing and, I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to, build this, for my queen, my princess, or my prince, or my king, or whatever. It's a partnership. It's healthy balance. If you come in and you release that ego, the abundance will be provided for you. We all have free will. We've been handed a gift. You can do whatever you want with this gift, but you just have to trust in your heart. But this journey, once it gets to completion and fruition, absolute abundance. And I love it. Love it so much. So, all of you, both divine and divine feminine, you're rebirthing. So for some of you divine feminines, that the surrender is meant for you. So surrender, let go, just let go, hand it over, and just love freely. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the overall energy as of now. We live in the now. We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. The past is meant to teach us lessons. And I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for 4 cards, please. I can't. I don't. Too much. I swear this is for my own entertainment. Divine Masculine, for any of you that are on this journey, you tune into my channel because this is truly your journey. There's a lot of, I'm going to say this word, bullshit out there, dishonesty, people taking advantage of vulnerable people with, vulnerable hearts. I'm meant to debunk all that dishonesty. But for many of you, this is your divine masculine. If you're questioning it, because there's been a lot of doubt, there's been a lot of confusion, primarily from the fear, this is your divine masculine. So love, love, love your divine masculine. And your divine masculine is feeling the confusion and the doubt as well. You're mirroring and simultaneously giving that energy back and forth to each other. But this is absolutely your divine masculine, and I love it. I love it so much. I freaking love this card too. I was just talking about children. And, you know, again, what resonates, resonates. What doesn't. Please don't give me the definitions of what you think this is. I'm divinely guided here, and I get the messages the way the messages are meant to come. But your soulmate's twin soul connection, it's the most ultimate connection two people can share. You're best friends. You're absolutely best friends. You're lovers, if you've been intimate. Best. This is like the most divine miracle. Let's call it that. Because the miracle card came out. You found each other. You've been navigating this world, and, since you've been a child, you've been like, I don't know. But I love it, and I love it so much. I cannot believe this shit. 5D. Exactly what I was saying. Telepathic. 5D. Wrote it down. There's distance in the 5D right now because of your ego, and that confusion and that doubt in your head, in your heart. But you are strongly connected in the fifth dimension. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff happens in that dimension, man. I've been there many, many times. Your heart, you have these like, oh, it's crazy. But it's also the most uplifting dimension because it's pure love. And it is amazing. Get back there. Let go of the fear. And lastly, most importantly, the ego. Very, 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 very big. That ego always wants to win. Always, 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 always. That's the temptation on this journey, believe it or not. You've been thrown things, and then your ego comes out and wants to fight. But just trust your heart. Love, love, love. Love is a magnet. If you love yourself and you love unconditionally, you attract love back. And you put it out into the universe. Let it go. I've been getting stuck myself by the ego. And it's primarily because of the fear of these people. It's just insane. Just give love. And maybe the love will overpower the fear. So I'm going to give you these messages today. Just different messages. I'm going to call it to my guardian angels with 4 cards, please. I can't. Aww. Two cards, please. Oh dear, I'll take those two. Alright. I'm trying not to lose the faith. Exactly what I said. Belief, faith, don't lose it. That's what this journey is about. Everything comes and tempts your fate in this journey. Don't lose the faith. Don't. Just keep that faith in your heart. Believe, 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 and love, love, love. Divine will take care as long as you keep that faith in your heart. The stuff comes in. It's a test, always. But you always have to come back to that faith in your heart. And I love it. I love it so much. I'm planning to take action soon. I received that timer. I saw those 2 doves. Where there was one, now there is 2. The timer, the way I look at it is, it's time is on your side. It's happening. For many of you, I can't tell you who, I can't tell you when, I can't tell you any of that. All I can tell you is what I've been given. And, And you truly, 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 truly have to get to unconditional love. And if you're not, then you're stuck, and that's why it's not evolving. That's the only thing I can say. There's so many people out there that say what, whatever messages are given to them. But I know what message has been given to me. And the message that was given to me is I wouldn't bring this to you and take it away for you never to have it again. But you have to learn from this. And I don't believe anybody, like, that's not a divinely thing to do. So if you're not evolving forward, there's something there. There's something, you know? You scare the shit out of me. Fear. I can't. There's so much fear going on right now. Fear, and again, it's not your fear. It's the fear of the world, and, it's just putting that fear into each other. And it's scaring, you know? I felt this regret. And you just got to get over the regret. And just know, that is part of the fear. Believe it or not. And yeah, so it is what it is, but just let it go. Allow me in your world. Again, this is crazy. There's been distance between the two of you. So, and again, it's the energy of the world causing that confusion and that doubt between the two. So allow each other back in and come to a place of love in the heart. It's a bond that can't be broken, but sometimes this temptation of fear and doubt and confusion comes in, and that's the ego. And I love it. I love it all so, so much. Let that ego die. All right. So I'm going to do animal spirit. These cards are hard to work with, so if one comes out, I'll take it. One flips up like this, I'll take it. Divine Feminine always first. I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for one card, or whatever. A card, let's put it that way. Oh, Panther Spirit. Like them. Black Panther. Whew. Love them. Yes, very true. I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for divine masculine, please. Oh yeah, I meant to say that, but the cards always come out. No, sorry. Guardian angels, divine masculine, thank you very much. Lizard. All right. What do we got here? 44. Love that number. Love it so much. And I love Black Panthers. So it says here, reclaim your power, and that's one thing I wanted to say as well. So some of you might have lived your life in fear, and it's time for you to stand up and reclaim your power. I meant to say this about animals as well. So, and trust. Sorry, before I get to this card. So, an animal can instinctively tell if you're trustworthy or not. They'll come up to you, and they'll lay by your side or whatever, and they instinctively know if a human is trustworthy. And in a world that we live in, sometimes trust, if you have trust, it's seen as a weakness and not as a strength, because some people come and take advantage of your trust, and it's not right. So always come from a place of trust, regardless of whether others view it as a weakness or not. And for those of you that have lived in fear, it's time for you to stand in your power, because there's always predators out there that will take advantage of your fear and try and back you into a corner, and use that, use your vulnerability of fear. But you need to stand in your power, and you need to just say, no, you're not. I'm standing in my power now, and you will not you will not be a predator anymore, because I have no fear. So again, yeah, I meant to mention that. written in my journal for sure. So 44, 4 and 4 is 8. Reclaim your power. Again, I love that number for... Sorry. So we have reclaim your power. It takes courage to face challenges, and right now, Panther Spirit is here to say you are braver than you think. Now is the time to take a risk and step into a different aspect of your being. Speak as you've never spoken before. Act as you've always dreamed you might have the courage to act. Love fearlessly and fully, and expect to feel the adrenaline rush as you are initiated into a new, braver, bolder self. Panther Spirit says the time for dreaming about what you want to do is giving way to your first courageous act towards reclaiming your Panther Spirit and power. Your new identity may feel strange at first, but you have what it takes, and your soul wants this. Be bold. And it says love fearlessly. Or fiercely. So love fiercely right now. It's very, very important. You have to do it, and I love it. I love it so much. We have Lizard Spirit here. I don't know why this card keeps coming up. It goes going back and forth. It says, dream the world into being. It's number 38. 3 and 8 is 11. So I'm going to go there. And it says, dream the world into being. When was the last time you basked in the sun and allowed yourself to daydream, to imagine what might be and who you might become? Lizard Spirit appears when you are called to let your imagination flow and dream something new. Inspiration is available to you now if you're willing to slow down and let your eyes close a little. Allowing ideas to dance in your head with what might come into being if you were to pursue your dream. How might you grow and expand if you allowed yourself to dare to believe in the impossible, making it possible first in your dreaming mind and then in the world as you co-create with Spirit? Give in to the power of imagination, and soon your dream will become clearer. The steps will reveal themselves, and what was ephemeral will begin to coalesce into form. Dream it and be it. Spirit asks you to dare to dream big. Absolutely the creativity card there. Follow your dreams. And, that you will be protected if you follow your dreams and dream big. So I love it so much. And lastly, I'm going to give you this message to take with you today. This morning, this evening, wherever you may be. Oh, too many. Calling out to my guardian angels for one card, please. Sorry. One card, please. Oh my. Oops, sorry. Right, ridiculous. Okay, one card, please. One card. Thank you. Front. Back. And it says, you, my beloved, are like a ray of golden sunshine. I breathe in your love, and all my concerns melt away, and all that is left is pure joy. Thank you, my beloved soulmate. Can you imagine? Soulmate card. Love it. Just come to a place of the heart. Get rid of the fear, the confusion, the doubt, and all your concerns will melt away. And I love it so much. And again, thank you so much for the love, the likes, the subs. You all mean the world to me, and I love you all so much. Have a great day, folks.